one thing that exercise does is it builds and conditions the brain, right? And so, how does exercise aid our mental and intellectual life, and why is that a particularly Christian motivation?
Man, this was a big discovery for me in the process of these last 10 years. So I was a baseball player in high school. We would condition in South Carolina. Our coach would have us run. We'd run November, December. We couldn't pick up bats and balls with the high school league until
Yeah.
January. So we'd condition. I was relatively active in my 20s and doing college ministry.
Hmm.
I never felt the discernible effects on my clarity of thought, of my
Mm.
energy for thinking, until I took up exercise in my mid-30s. And I began to, I don't know how soon in, a few months, maybe even a couple years in, I began to discern when I would exercise in the morning, man, I just felt so much better all
Hmm.
day. And part of that was my mind felt like it had more energy.
Hmm.
And so here I am. I'm an editor. I'm a writer. I'm a pastor who's working on sermons. Like, that really matters. I want to think clearly. I want to have energy. When I feel more creative and
Hmm.
seem to be more creative, that really helps my work, my
Yeah.
calling. And that was something I began to feel a few months or years in. And then I was kind of thinking, I hear other people talk about this, but like, is
Hmm.
it real? Is it placebo?
Yeah.
And if it was just placebo, I think I'd be fine with that. Like,
Hmm.
my
Sure.
mind felt like I had so much more energy that hey, I'm cool with this. Like, if exercise is doing this, well, let's go. And I did find a book eventually by a Harvard psychiatrist named John Rady called Spark. I don't know what we call it. The subtitle is something about exercise in the brain. And he gives the biological basis for
Yeah.
why it is that you not only feel better, but why the brain works better.
Hmm.
And he says that the point of exercise isn't losing weight or strengthening your heart or muscles. He says the real point of exercise is what it does for your brain. And I had experienced that without somebody putting the objective kind of biological basis in place. So that was really helpful to me. It's adding layers now of
Hmm.
motivation
Yeah.
to know that, man, if I get out, if I walk for a few minutes vigorously, it's going to get my heart rate up. It's going to get blood to pump
Hmm.
through the blood-brain barrier to bring various neurotransmitters to my brain,
Yeah.
which is the cellular basis for building new memories, which is helping to spark neurogenesis. That's the strength, that's the building of new brain cells. That
Hmm.
1990s myth about you never get more brain cells, it's just not true.
Yeah.
MRIs came along in the late 90s, and this whole field of neuroscience, which has blossomed in the last 25 years, started, no, there's neurogenesis. You do get new brain cells,
Hmm.
and neuroscience has shown us how plastic, how
Mm.
flexible, how changeable the brain is, and what good exercise is for that. The mental basis for me as a Christian, Christians are thinking people.
Hmm.
I think this is relevant for every professing Christian. The life of the mind matters to
Hmm.
us.
It does. Yeah.
Our God made our minds. Our God is rational. He made a rational world. There are reasons for things in his created world, and he means for us to think with clarity. Over and over again, the New Testament talks about being sober-minded.
Hmm.
And so all Christians should pursue a healthy life of the mind. And then all the more for us who are pastors, for us who are
Yeah.
leaders. It is irreducibly mental. It's not only mental work, but
Hmm.
it's irreducibly mental work if we're going to be faithful Christians and we're going to be good leaders in the church.